Hi, and thank you so much for joining me for another process video. And today it's another episode in the One Sketch 3 Ways series that I I do with my friends Jackie and Helen. Their details are listed down below. Helen's chosen the sketch this month. It's a PageMaps one from December 2022, I believe. I'll pop it in the top left hand corner there for you so that you can see it. It's got a large shape in the background with 2 3x4 photos and then a little cluster in the top right hand corner. That's what I took from it, and the title in the bottom left. So I've printed a star shape on my laptop, just onto A4 paper, or 8.5 by 11 if you're American, and you can see I could only print it so big and I wanted my star slightly bigger, so I'm just cutting outside those lines. I've just tacked it onto the reverse of the pattern paper that I'm using to cut the star shape using my ATG gun, so that I can cut around the edges and then have the template to reuse in the future. So when I get to the end, I realise that I've sort of gone in. So I started off slightly wider and then got a bit narrower. So I'm just trimming down these first two cuts that I made, and there's my star. So just pulling that off. The ATG stayed nicely on the copy paper, so I've got that for, like I say, for a future layout. So the pattern paper has been trimmed down to 11 by 11, so that I've got a 1/2 inch border all the way around the edge, and I've got that star as my mat for the two photos. The photos are of Amelia with her creation from back in 2021. Mum always makes her own table decorations for Christmas, and she asked Amelia to come and help her do one of them, so that's what the photos are. So just distressing the edges of my star. It was cut pretty well actually, but I do like the distressed look, and I wanted it to be able to stand out against that very busy patterned background. So I'm just distressing the edges to help with that, and I have got another trick that I'll do afterwards which helps it stand out a bit more. This is actually the Nest Box December Stories kit. We've got a couple left in stock on the Hey Little Magpie website if you're interested. I've already created 10 12 by 12 layouts using this kit, and all the PDF instructions are in our Facebook group. So if you purchase the kit, you'll have access to that. And this is the 11th page, so you can see it's a bumper kit. You get absolutely loads from it, and I'm not convinced that I'm finished using it yet, so watch this space. There may be more layouts coming in the future. So I'm just adding that paper to the black background, and then I can start building the actual layout, just roughing up the edges slightly. I will do that a bit more in the future. So that star, I'm sitting slightly wonky, leaning towards the left a little bit. I put it a little bit too low at first, and when I bring the photos in, I'll see that and pull it up and raise it a little bit on the page. So that's how the photos are going to sit, but you can see I've covered an awful lot of the star. I wanted a little bit more to be showing. So just moving that up the page ever so slightly. And then I'm going to mat the photos onto white cardstock just to make them pop against this dark background. So I pulled one of my long scraps of card out, but in fact I had some smaller scraps in my scraps bag. So just pulled those out, and I'm able to mat onto those. I love when I can use smaller bits and save the bigger bits for the future. These are great for 3x4s. Obviously with a 4x6 you need a much bigger piece, so I was really pleased to use up some of those scraps. So just trimming those down. I just use my scissors just for ease, and that's how the photos are going to sit. So I'm just going to get them stuck down, and then I can start embellishing. And you can see I pulled out the foam stickers there. I really want to use some more of these foam stickers. They're well used, but I've still got plenty left. So they're just going to sit to one side for now so that I don't forget about them. And now I'm pulling out the 49 and Market ticket ephemera pack, which comes in the kit. And I just had this piece left over, so I'm just using a notebook punch to add that little notebook edge to the bottom, and then I'm going to use that for my journaling. So I really wanted to use this poinsettia because it's obviously Amelia's made a lovely floral decoration, so I thought that was quite suitable. And then I'm just pulling out some tickets to layer up behind that poinsettia to create a little bit of a mat. I also want to look for the 21st of December ticket. It takes me a little while. I've obviously already used the white one because I couldn't find that, but the black one sits really nicely on the page. So I'm just going to go through, and there it is. And that will be stuck above the other two just there. So just getting my Nouveau Deluxe adhesive here and sticking that down. Just peeling them back and then putting them down. So now I'm going into the 12 by 12 stickers that are also in this Nest Box kit, and just adding the little title that I've chosen, Merry and Bright. It doesn't really need a big title, this page, so I thought that would work nicely. And it just fills in that gap between the poinsettia and this notebook paper. So now I'm going to add my journaling onto that and just use my T-square to get the lines straight, and then add the journaling on there of what Amelia was up to. So now that's done, I'm going to work on that top right hand cluster. So I've chosen this craft coloured ticket and just torn a piece off, and now I'm going to decide what to put on it. And I had pulled out the new star stamp set from Hey Little Magpie. It's called Background Stars, and this was my favourite stamp set when I designed it, so much so that I've almost been too scared to use it. I've been saving it for best, which is just crazy with stamps. So today was the perfect opportunity, having a shape style layout to create with. I decided that stars would be perfect. So this one has like a music script on the back, and I'm going to show 3 ways of using these stamps. So first of all, I'm stamping with black soot ink onto some pattern paper. This works best on tone or something that's not too busy in the background, and this set also has a matching set of dies, so I'm going to go off screen and use those dies to die cut the stars out. So you can see I just tested it a couple of times on the white card. It's such a crisp image. It's an absolutely brilliant stamp, this. So there it is, die cut out. And just finding something to put it on because it was sort of blending into the background of that craft tag. So I just wanted to add something else to bring it to the fore a little bit, and that red ticket was perfect. So just distressing the edges of that, and then that will be stuck down onto that red ticket. So this star, as I say, I've stamped onto pattern paper. And then the next star that I'm going to do, I'm going to use a smaller one with little polka dots all over it. Again, using the black soot ink, and I'm going to stamp it onto cardstock. So this is onto a coloured cardstock. I'm stamping it onto craft. And again, I'll use the matching die and cut that out. So there are 6 star dies in total. To match these star stamps. Some of them are the same size, but most of them are ever so slightly different. So there's the matching die, and there it is, die cut out. So just rough up the edges using my fingers, and then that's going to go on that top cluster with that other green stamp. There we go. So just gluing that down and leaving the ends of the edges, the points of the star to run free, so to speak. So I did the same with this one that I tested on white cardstock. So that's the 3rd way of using them, using it on just plain white cardstock, and you could use coloured ink, but I've just stuck with the black ink that I'd stamped it with originally. So just tucking that under this little poinsettia, and that sits really nicely there. So just add a little bit of glue once I've got it into place. And then I wanted to bring in this little holly sprig. I just thought it was really sweet. So that's going to go on the right hand side, just there. So now I just wanted to rough up the edges of the paper a lot more. This pattern paper that I've used has a gorgeous green with polka dots on the back. So I wanted to be able to show some of that. So I've torn a little bit at the bottom and then really rolled a section on each of the edges. So this is what I was mentioning before about making the star stand out a little bit more. I've just grabbed my black pen and I'm drawing a solid line all the way around each of the points, and then I'm going to dot about 3 millimeters along on each of the lines, just continual dots, so that it looks like it's been stitched really, and that will make it stand out a little bit more. So just grabbing a couple more words, one on that craft star at the top and one on that white star at the bottom there. And then I'm going to finish the layout off with some labels at the top to hold my date, and then a good old sprinkle of sequins. You can't beat some sequins on a Christmas layout. So while I'm finishing this off, please don't forget to check the description box down below. We've got a Facebook group. It would be lovely if you join us there and join in the sketches that we provide each month. I hope that you enjoy the inspiration that myself and the girls provide. Do go and check their channels too. They're really, really fantastic channels to subscribe to and watch and enjoy. Jackie and Helen are an absolute joy to watch. They're really good scrapbookers, so you should get lots of inspiration from them too. So I won't make you watch me gluing all of these sequins down, but I chose a mixture. I had some smaller ones in gold, and then I had some slightly larger cupped sequins in gold and red. So just scattering those around on a diagonal, bottom left to top right, and then a few just to the right of that star point there. And that's the layout done. I do hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you so much for joining me. Go and check the girls out, and I'll see you soon. Bye.